Hey everybody, I'm Andrew Zimmern, and today I'm going to show you a clip of me making sweet and spicy sticky chamoy chicken wings that you are absolutely going to go bonkers for. Check it out. I'm making a spicy, sticky chamoy chicken wing, and it all starts with our chicken wings. I'm a big hot dog guy at the ballpark, and then about the fourth or fifth inning after I've had a couple of hot dogs, chicken wings, right? I just love sitting there. Chicken wings, peanuts, anything in multiple pieces kind of really gets me going. And I happen to come from a long line of wing eaters, and my son is a wing fanatic. And this is one of our favorite recipes. And you know, we make big bowls of this and then sit down on the couch and watch the Twins play here in Minnesota. The first thing that I want to do is I want to season my chicken wings. We've separated the middle piece from the drummy. And what I do is I season them with grated garlic, just a little bit because a little goes a long way. And to get really good coverage, my tip for folks is to whisk or stir or break up that garlic in the olive oil so that the oil, whatever kind you use, safflower, olive, peanut, canola, actually transports that garlic all around the chicken. Just means you're gonna get better coverage. And I stir that together. And the reason that I do is that I wanna make sure I coat all of the chicken in oil and garlic before I add my chili, lime, and salt seasoning. Classical Mexican seasoning that's getting so popular right now. I make sure I get some nice, good coating on there. And you'd be surprised how this gets sort of eaten up and the salt dissolves and the citric acid in there dissolves. And then we can add the rest of it. I like to be really purposeful with that seasoning. The recipe looks like it's a lot. Put on 2 pounds of wings. It actually disappears on there pretty easily. You can let that sit for a couple of minutes while your grill is getting going, and we make our chamoy. Now, chamoy is a seasoning that I first came across in the markets of Mexico City on the rims of different fruit drinks in paletas, those fabulous Mexican popsicles, and most famously drizzled onto fruit, papaya, and most especially mango. And I just fell in love with it, and I said there has to be a way for me to incorporate this into my cooking at home, and so I create a recipe for it, and then I use it on grilled pork, chicken, seafood, lamb, anything that comes off the grill. It's just absolutely ideal with. Let's begin. In our blender, first thing I put is some brown sugar, some apple juice. I like to use that instead of water. It gives us a little more sweetness, helps carry the flavor a little bit. Lime juice. Everything about chamoy is the intersection of salty, sour, sweet, and spicy. So that spicy is going to be this hot red chili. Now with this one, I do take out that seed core. I don't want it to be bitter. And I just cut that up so it makes it a little easier for my blender to process this. I'm gonna add some raspberry preserves. Now the raspberry preserves give it great color and that little bit of berry flavor that we want. We're gonna add a cup of apricot or peach preserves. Your choice, either one will work. And there is my cup of apricot preserves. Salt. Now, we don't want to over-salt this, but the salt is an important component in it. And it gets compensated for with all of that sweetness and all of that tartness. So I put in a healthy amount, and we're probably gonna add a little bit more in a little while. Then the other thing that I want to do is these toasted arbol chilies. Now, left whole in a lot of dishes, they'll just make it warm. Broken up in the blender, they're actually gonna make it spicy. This is a spicy dish. My kid loves this, but if you have folks at home, little ones or seniors or people who just don't like something spicy, just use half as many arbols or just add a few and then taste it. Let's turn this on. Now, with so many recipe instructions these days, they're always calling for be careful not to overblend or things like that. With this particular sauce, you are trying very, very hard to create a homogeneous mixture, okay? Homogeneous mixture, which means that you shouldn't have flecks or chunks of anything in there. And the way to tell is if those red peppers have broken up enough, if the seeds from the raspberries. I have a very homogeneous mixture here, and it's just the right texture. You can see it's viscous, it's almost like a syrup. Oh my gosh, so perfect. Now, I make this a lot. I nailed that salt, lime, and chili component just perfectly, and it's got just the right amount of tartness on the back end. So, what do? I have another bowl that I'm going to toss my cooked wings in. And so I'm going to put just enough chamoy to glaze them. I put enough chamoy in there just to coat the wings. You don't want it drippy, you just want just enough to coat. Then the rest of it will last for several months in a container in your refrigerator, and you could take it out and baste it at the last minute on spare ribs, on grilled chicken, on pork chops. I love this on shrimp as well. So I just take this, put the lid on it, put it in the refrigerator. So while the chamoy is waiting for our chicken, the grill is ready to start cooking our wings. From one part of our test kitchen to the other, I have medium direct heat. And I'm going to put all of my drummies on one side. So over medium direct coals, where you haven't gotten sooty flare-ups, these will take about 15, 18 minutes to cook. And these are almost ready to come off the grill. Now these are some wings that we've already cooked. Let's take those wings nice and hot and get them onto our platter to transform these into beautiful chamoy glazed, sticky, spicy chicken wings. And we'll come back in a couple minutes and flip those. We have another batch of wings, so come on back. All right. Hot wings, chamoy. And so you see here, I have our wings all ready to go. Nice and glazy. And I'm actually gonna leave the chamoy that's left behind in the bowl because I can probably glaze another batch with them. We'll see. I may need to add a little more. But these are perfect, and you can see how the glaze actually sticks. Maybe just a little drizzle. That glaze actually sticks beautifully to the charred part of the chicken. So that's it. Super easy. Thank you so much for watching. Recipe for that set of wings, plus a lot of other great dishes are on my website, andrewzimmern.com. Please sign up for our newsletter, and if you're not already subscribing to YouTube, go ahead and do so right there. We're there. We're wherever the button is. Hit it. Subscribe.